What's going on, everybody? Gonna try this out again. I changed a bunch of settings. Yeah, 2 in 1 day. This one's just kind of testing some new settings. So I'm gonna go through an Onslaught floor and see how I maintain connection. If things look good on the YouTubes here, then I'll probably switch it up later on tonight and do a test stream over to Twitch. So we will see. Like I said, just trying to figure out what my disconnect problems have been lately, and they've been bad. The last 2 weeks I haven't had a stream where I haven't either disconnected or had a massive drop in frame rate. Let's see, now it's telling me my keyframes are not set right. Let me check this out here. Let's see. See if that fixes it here. Yeah, PSN network's been down for a few hours there, Mortal. I'm not sure what the deal is there. Right, I'm not showing any dropped. See if that helps it out. Anyway, I'm gonna knock out an Onslaught floor here and kind of tweak my stream settings as I go. So I do apologize. This is definitely 100% a test stream to find out exactly, or hopefully to find out exactly what has been going on with my system here lately. But have definitely had just some massive issues. And I don't know if it's something software side on my end, because it's been funny. I've been dropping like my connection to YouTube will drop, but my connection to like the music server that I'm playing music on or the game servers don't drop. So it just makes me think that it's possible to see Barbarian. Yeah, I'm using the same Barbarian build I always have. I haven't changed anything, so the old triple drench build is the same thing. I mean, right now I'm doing ancient power resets, so I'm not going to level up a bunch of gear to play on the Barbarian just for 2 hours before I reset again. I'm going to be going with vanilla stuff, or what my vanilla stuff is anyway. Let's see what we got. Man, it has been Frost Orc heaven today. Good lord, man. Yeah, it does. Frosty Power does reflect in the tooltips. I mean, the tooltip numbers are all wrong, always, but it does show the increase from Frosty Power. If it's being used properly, it does indeed show it. Alright, what do we got left? We got a bunch left. What did I miss? I feel like I must have missed something. Maybe not. Got kind of an easy lane here. That leaves me 260 for up top. Maybe I'll throw another poison dart tower over on the other side. It's pretty easy, really. They're mortal. Just swap out for defense rate, destruction, and deadly strikes, and you'll be good. Exclamation WM in chat. My guess is you're probably not using them properly, Brink, because it definitely shows it correct. Something like that's not going to be bugged on just one person's machine. What's going on, Ty? How you doing? Let's see, I got enough for one more PDT somewhere. It seems like this will be the lane, either this or that Frosty Fodder lane. Maybe I'll go over there. Yeah, anyway, there's Saflu, exclamation WM in chat. We'll get you a link. There it is. There it is. In fact, let's upgrade both of those. This will be quite the lane right here. But need to keep an eye on this one too. It's not a very strong build, Durex. It's more for novelty than anything else. It always has been. That's never really been a strong build. I mean, you can do it, and you can just tank lanes like that, but you're not going to be putting out a lot of damage. You need to have your other defenses in place to get that squared away. Man, these Frosties are coming out hot and heavy over here. You should still use Tenacity, Justin. And just use smart placement. A maximum Tenacity, the only thing that allows for is just a brute force build. But if you notice the weapon manufacturer placement here, I've got them at maximum range from the entrance. So ideally, the Cyborg is dead before it gets in range. So, I mean, there's... Max gives you a little gray area, but just like anything else in the game, you want the best one you can. There's no reason to not use Tenacity if you don't have it maxed. I haven't been, Ty. I just haven't been very motivated to play it. I'm just like maybe 8 to 10 hour, probably 8 to 10 hours away of completely clearing the game. So there just doesn't seem like there's been anything there for me, to be honest with you. I did log in and get that new soldier, but Fortnite needs to do some massive changes to save the world. I love the game, absolutely love it, but it's the red-headed stepchild. There's no doubt about that. Alf, thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate it. What does the stream look like? Does it look super framey or anything, or does it look okay? Because I'm showing 0 drop frames on my end, but I'm not watching the stream on your end. Ascension level isn't really an indicator of anything, Mortal. I mean, the more Ascension level you have, the easier it is to have one hero build multiple defenses. But that's really about it. Close to beating Plankerton, nice. It's supposed to be at 30 frames. I always stream at 30 frames because I don't have the best internet connection here. I'll go back and look at it afterwards and see. Raphael, thank you very much for subscribing. I do appreciate it very much. DD2 lags for you. There really aren't any bests in game directs. You can make in fact, every single defense in the game right now is absurdly overpowered because of mods. Mods got added and mod difficulty didn't get scaled up. So we've got the same difficulty of mobs with much more power, so you really can use absolutely everything. Awesome. Well, thanks there, Immortal. Appreciate the feedback there. Well, sadly, Ty, it's not necessarily about the PC. DD2 just runs bad. It's not optimized well at all. In fact, it's kind of funny. I can play like a super graphics intensive game, like completely maxed out, and my GPU might run at like 60 or 70% load. I play DD2 and it's at 100% load all the time. Thank you very much for subscribing, Jackie Poo and whoever else that is. Yeah, doing a little test here, David, trying to get things dialed in, figure out what's going on with some of my connection problems. They've been just so frequent the last couple of weeks. It's, you know, I want to stream more, not less. But my connection has been forcing me to end streams early, which stinks. You can use other defenses as a wall. It just can't be listed as a barricade. There, Philostar. I used flamethrowers as walls on quite a few of those. The obelisk makes a good wall. The volcano makes for a good wall. And those aren't considered blockades, so you can still use them on those. Flamethrower walls are awesome. And it's got a big, cool, fun factor to it. I'm glad you could swing by there, Mortal. I do appreciate it a ton. Wasn't expecting a whole lot of folks to pop back in on this one. I just streamed earlier today, and I was having some massive connection issues. It's still telling me I got keyframe interval issues, which I went back and adjusted the keyframe. Let me look at it again. Yeah, it's set properly. Anyway, I've got 0 dropped frames so far today, so that's a plus. Now, I obviously haven't been online very long. It's been 15 minutes so far. Let's see, let's jack all this stuff up over here. Actually, the frosty count dropped on that lane. You probably won't even have to bother going with fortification there, Spoon. Stuff just, if you, like on this particular setup, say like putting like 3 flamethrowers right here, the flamethrowers will wreck everything before they get too close to it. So you don't have to, you probably won't even have to worry about adding fort. I would go defense rate, vampiric and destruction, or defense rate, deadly strikes and destruction. One of those two is what I would try out. Or pardon me, defense rate, deadly strikes and vampiric. But if you stack vampiric and destruction, there's a good chance that your flamethrowers may just melt everything before they get close enough to cause any major damage. You just have to look at the range scaling on them, Show. The best thing to do is to throw a Vicious in it and look at the range, and then throw a Deadly Strikes in it instead and look at the range and see what the difference is. Like, 2 of my favorite defenses to use them in, though, is, you know, I mean, Dryad trees. If you're using a tree, I usually use Vicious. But I like to use Vicious in Frostbite towers and in Skyguard towers. Skyguard towers actually have an uncapped range. I'm sure it's capped at something, but it's not possible for us to get to those caps with everything stacked. So it goes really well with Skyguard towers. Nothing good, nothing good. It actually doesn't scale very well on the weapon manufacturer. It's a different stat. You know, Vicious is... where Deadly Strikes is a percentage, Vicious is an actual number stat. So not all defenses is it best in slot. Some defenses you'll get more range out of Deadly Strikes than you would Vicious. So you have to look at them, you know. Volume jumped way up again. Dang. Now it's probably too low, but Epidemic Sound has had some volume issues for sure. It doesn't matter what the base range is. You have to look at the range scaler. It's different for every defense. There's a video on my channel explaining how to do it. There's not a hotkey for it, or a command for it, I don't believe, on the bot. But if you look through the guides and tutorials playlist, you'll see it. Yeah, but it 100% depends, nothing but the scaler. It doesn't matter what the base range is at all. Alright, what do we got? Proximity. This will be a free lane, pretty much. His weapon mans will hit like a truck on that. Alright, we got Kursikazi Timmy over here. So this is gonna need... it's gonna need patience. I'm still going to use weapon mans on it, but I'm going to go heavy on the poison dart towers here. In fact, let's just go... let's go 3 of them like that. I'm going to have to basically wait for Kursikazi to go away after every wave. Which, that's the worst part about Kursikazi, really. It's better to use different items, Dragon, until you're done. Your items that you've gone through and you've dialed in all of the mods on it. Like, I'll give you an example of what I'm using. Right now I've got 3 defenses. Because as soon as I get to 65, I'm going to reset Ancient Power again. So I'm not going to keep using multiple defenses over and over. Or I'm not going to keep changing defenses over and over. So I'm upgrading this. Every single reset, I upgrade this relic. This is the only one I upgrade, though. And then I've got this throwaway relic for the PDTs, which is unmodded. It came with Melee Boom and Piercer Servo, which was a pretty good combo for it. And then I've got this throwaway relic, Anti-Chaos and Anti-Ranged, on my Skyguards. Unupgraded, unmodded, once again. I'm not using Mass Destruction right now, Themic, because it costs too much to upgrade and I'm doing Ancient Power resets. So it doesn't make any sense for me to use it, really. Let's see, let's throw 1 Skyguard in the back just to be safe. Actually, you know what? We don't even need it. Let's get rid of it. Let's do this lane first. Let's go with 1 there. Once I get once I get the Ancient Power up to where I want it, I'll end up using Mass Destruction on whatever my most used defense is. It'll probably be Flame Auras. I like using Flame Auras quite a bit, so that's probably where I'll put it. Well, a mod is a mod. Mod quality never changes. You just have to level it back up through the Chaos tiers, is it? What's that? I got 140 left. Man, I wanted to get 1 more PDT down here. Well, let's see how it goes without it. What's going on, Trevor? You're not late, man. This was an unplanned unscheduled, unplanned stream. I streamed earlier today. But I had a whole bunch of framey and connection issues. And I changed a bunch of my settings, so I wanted to retest it. Yeah, looks like that's holding up so far. Check this lane out. That one should be a freebie. This is the only one that's going to be an issue. I'm going to have to remember to wait out Kursakazi every wave, pretty much. Upgrade these poison dart towers to the roof. The problem with trying to upgrade all of your stuff through an Ancient Power reset is it's an absolutely insane amount of materials. The gold isn't even an issue. It's a ridiculous amount of materials. So just to upgrade one item back to Chaos 7, it takes 50 of each kind of node, or pardon me, each kind of mote, and then it takes 4 of each kind of these things. What are they called? Clusters. Just the tier 2 and tier 3. So you would need 4 shiny ruby clusters, and then 4 pristine, or no, only 2 pristine citrine clusters. But the main thing is you need 50 shiny motes and 50 shinies and 50 planes for each individual item. So that just means it's just too much material farming. It's not worth upgrading all your stuff, especially considering you're going to reset again. You don't want to use enhanced poison, Philo. Enhanced poison is no longer a quality shard. It's an unusable shard for the most part. So that's an easy answer there. Get rid of enhanced poison. Cac Birkin, thank you very much. Yeah, I finally just put it up there, you know. I mean, that's my goal. I need a new video card. I figured I'd finally just throw it right there on stream. So thank you an absolute ton. I do appreciate it. You definitely want to look at that PDT video there, Philistar. Alright, looks like it's all gone now, the Kursakazi. Exclamation PDT in chat will get you a link to it, but you definitely want to watch that video. Poison Dart Towers are not how they used to be. They're better. I mean, they used to be good, and now they're even better. But you do some funny things with your Ascension. Oh yeah. Oh, it adds up. I'm not complaining. I do appreciate it a ton. No, I definitely do not want to help you get through Plankerton Tybell. Sorry, dude. But nope, that is not on my list of things to do today. Oh shit! I jumped down into the water. It did not go according to plan. I mean, I'm not even playing Fortnite right now for me because I think it's too boring. So, I mean, I certainly don't want to do any Fortnite carries. It's just, no offense, but it's just not my idea of a good time. I want to try to play some Warframe tonight at some point, but I'm trying to get my stream settings all dialed in. I'm at the end, Cac Birkin. I'm 8 hours, probably 6 to 8 hours away from being done with Twine Peaks. So I mean, I've completed the game, you know. The problem is there's just, the problem for me is, I mean, there's things I could do, but I have no goal, you know. And like with DD2, it's the same thing. I mean, I'm doing the same thing over and over again in DD2, but I have a goal. Fortnite, I have no goal. There's no other thing for me to get to or achieve. I've just completed it. You know, I'm over I'm at like 103 home base power, which is enough to complete all the content in the game. No, I don't think so, Queen. They might be if they had better range. The problem with PDTs in an air situation, they will work in air lanes, don't get me wrong, but their range is really low in comparison to a Skyguard. So Skyguard just starts hitting it way, way sooner. Oh crap, I didn't wait out the Kursakazi. Yeah, I did. It's gone. The Timmy Kursakazi lanes are definitely the worst. I love the Gravedigger, Trevor. I've actually got several of them now, though. I don't have a need for one. I don't have a need for any weapons. I've got so many weapons. I do like that Gravedigger, though, and I like that it takes a different ammo type. You hate them? You hate what? Skyguards? Skyguards are without a doubt the most reliable air defense. I mean, no question. It's good stuff. Easy money with the Skyguards. Nope. That's not how Frosty Power works, Brick. Watch the video. I don't have Frosty set up right now to show you, but you completely, no offense, but you do not understand how Frosty Power works. It's based off of the target, not off of the tower. So, like I said, watch my video. It explains everything you need to know about Frostbite Towers in that video. But it has nothing to do with the defense or with the range indicators of the defense. It's not how Frosty Power works at all. If I had them set up, I'd show you. Alright, there we go. Kursakazi gone. Better keep an eye on that Kursakazi lane, though. I could get overrun down there if I'm not careful. Poor little weapon man's reduced to nothing. Looks like it made it up. Oh, Weapon Mans will be getting another nerf, I'm pretty sure. They're really, really strong. One of the strongest defenses in the game right at the moment. They'll get dialed back again. Skinless, thank you very much for subscribing. Man, we got a long wait on these guys. They are all babyfied out. 2.68. Bouncing around a bit. Oh, and there it goes. There went the connection. Alright, so it looks like my changes did nothing, because now I'm dropping frames through the roof here. Let's see if this is going to recover. So damn irritating. Give me just a sec here, Cackbirkin. Let me see if this is going to smooth back out. Alright, it looks like it's smoothed back out, but I just don't know what the problem was there. This is the problem I'm trying to eliminate, and I don't know what it is. As you can see, I'm still in game, so I didn't lose my connection. My music is still playing, so I didn't lose connection to the music server. And I just don't know why it's dropping connection from YouTube. Let me look at something real quick. Let me pull up. Yeah, the Dryad's still pretty OP. Pull up cam here and look at all my temperatures and all that whatnot. Cam's not starting up. What's the deal, Cam? I can't get Cam to load up right now. That's alright. What kind of pick do I have? What kind of PC do I have? I got a custom machine. My PC's a beast. The only thing the problem is cryptocurrency miners have blown out the cost of GPUs over the last several years. So I'm not going to overpay for a GPU. So in all the upgrades I've had over the last couple years, I've been reusing the same graphics card. And it's time for a new one, and now prices are starting to stabilize. So that's the problem I have now. I mean, DD2 is not a very graphics intensive game. So like DD2, I'm always recording at 144 frames per second. Yeah, that's just the people that put it together there, Immortal. Brand names on PCs don't matter. In fact, you get the most bang for your buck if you build it yourself, and it's really easy to do. It's just you just got to do it once, you know. CyberPower has a good reputation, though. You know, if you don't want to do it yourself, they've definitely got a good rep. There's nothing else going to come out of here anyway. Only 10 mobs left. Well, it was about 30 minutes in when I got the frame rate drop. I'm gonna have to look at the log. I got the log running right now, recording everything too. So I'll have to look and see what it says. I'm gonna get a 1080 Ti. a regular 1080, a regular 1080 is actually, it's right at about the same as a 1060, where it's a good card, but it's not, you're not really getting much performance over using a 1060. It's, at this point for me, it's 1080 Ti or bust. Now the main deal with me is I'm using 2 graphics cards right now, and one 1080 would replace that, which means it frees up a whole lot of power, and it lowers the temperature quite a bit overall inside my case. So that's really what I'm going for. I couldn't, using anything below that, like I could use 2 RX 580s and have better performance and lower temperatures, but I would have to use 2 cards, you know? And that's what I'm trying to get away from. The heat production is crazy. I've got just a massive cooling system on my machine to keep it all dialed in. But at the time, it was the best thing available, you know? Right, what do we got? What do we got? Stabby stabs. Geohex throwers. This should be a free one. Yep. Freebie. Let's see, we got Air Raid, Lava Guard throwers. I'm just going to go 1 Sky Guard and then PDT it. Oh, it's time for a new one, but I can never afford to get a brand new card the day it comes out. Graphics cards are crazy expensive. If you try to keep up with graphic cards, you end up just spending an enormous amount of money on your machine. I never get the newest. I just can't afford it, you know, to get the newest card available. Let's see, let's go with 2 of them. How many mobs? 99 in that pack. But it's still not terrible. I'm just going to go with it. In fact, I'll throw 1 more PDT on this Game Ogre side. Alright, Stabby Zappers. That's just 1 Skyguard. Man, I got tons of DU left. I feel like I missed something. I got so much DU left. Let's see here. That should be good. No, actually, we do have Zerkers there. Let me throw 1 more PDT down here since there's Zerkers. What do we got there? Size Zerker throwers. That's what I'm counting on. The main thing that's hurt GPU prices is the whole cryptocurrency mining thing. I mean, up until a month ago, I'm in the middle of Ancient Power resets, so I'm on a low floor. I don't even know. 61. Up until a couple of months ago, there's 2- and 3-year-old video cards selling for more than they were the day they released. I mean, that's just a problem, you know. It's just not in the gamer's best interest. But the cryptocurrency miners killed it. You know, they killed graphics cards for people like me that, you know, just want to play video games. People like you, you know. Still on floor 57. You'll get up through the system there, Matt. No doubt about it. I got up to 257. So my highest push so far, I went up to 257. There's no dates yet, Queen. We don't know. My guess would be 2 weeks. A week from this Tuesday coming up is my official guess. We're supposed to find out more info on Friday, which, if you look at how Trendy historically does things, that probably means that the week after that we'll get an update. An update day is usually on Tuesdays. It's pretty slow. I mean, the mob health goes up and the enemies hit harder, but there's, I mean, as far as the mob types that you face and the mutators, there's no difference between floor 65 and floor 265. It's exactly the same. It's just a grind, a time grind. But the only thing that goes up is how much damage the mobs do and how much health they have. It's just straight up stat scaling and nothing else. So that aspect of it, I mean, getting to whatever floor you want is just a matter of do you have enough time to get there, because it does take an excruciating amount of time. It took me 2 months to get up to 257. And not 2 months. It took me over a month to get to 257. So, I mean, it's straight up the time, you know? And I was grinding it. I had a lot of time going into it. Yeah, that's a pretty good goal there, Keckbirkin. That's a great goal, in fact. You don't have to have storm damage on the weapon there on board. You're using Beacon of the Storm in your gloves, right? I mean, I don't use storm damage on a weapon. Drenching Strikes and then Beacon of the Storm in the gloves, and you've got your electrocute combos. Just spamming around the map, you know? I mean, it's a good shard, don't get me wrong, but you definitely do not require it. Yeti stuck. Look at him. He's stuck up to his... The Yeti's like waist deep. I can one-shot all of those guys together. Let me get the Yeti, the Ogre, all of them. Let me deal with this Ogre here, or this Assassin. Bam! Take that. All it requires is storm damage. It doesn't matter how much the damage is, it just has to be storm damage. So yeah, any source of storm damage at all. I don't use a mod slot for storm damage, though, on my weapons. I mean, you can, if you want to, and there's nothing wrong with it, but you don't have to, by any means. Let's see, what did we get added in? Psyhex throwers with detonator. I usually don't add more weapon mans, but I think in this situation I will. A couple more PDTs just for good measure. It's the Nuke Monk there, Dixie. If you look on my Hero Spotlights playlist, it's the Last Hit Nuke Monk is what it's called. And basically, the fourth swing with a heavy weapon. It works with a Squire, too. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the attack cycle of a heavy weapon. Well, the 4th hit does the majority of the damage. So you save your crane stance and everything for that 4th hit. You swing the first 3 hits in the air and then move in on the 4th and whack them with the 4th hit. But I did a hero spotlight on it. It's good build. It's super fun too once you get used to it. Bink. Just one-shots everything. I was one-shotting floor 250 bosses with this setup. That one's gonna be dead before I get there. And looks like we got another stuck one, right? Appears there's somebody else stuck in there. Got an ogre amp. So, heroic wave. 1, 2, 3, and oh, there it was. And 4. Got a little lag on the 4, but you guys got the effect. I have no clue what you mean there, Raphael. The poisoner status of the archer. Yeah, skeletal archers don't have a poison option. So I'm not really sure what you mean. Psyhex Zerka Throwers. Get another one down here for last resort. Right, we got a Yeti. Looks like a stuck Yeti, huh? Is he gonna come out? Well, looks like the ogre came out, but the Yeti's stuck. They're both stuck in the ground again. Silly Yetis. Yeah, exclamation PDT in chat there, Team VNG. Got to get you that AP mod there on board. That thing's a beast. 1, 2, 3, and whack, and they all pop. There are no more marks, VNG. All marks got re-rolled to medallions, so they still say mark on them, the old ones, but marks are non-existent. They've been removed from the game. That one's stuck way back in there. I don't know if I'll reach him. Let's see. Oh, I still got him. It's... There you go. Look for the last hit Nuke Monk on the Hero Spotlights playlist. Now, why is the bot not working? There it is. Last hit Nuke Monk is what it's called. It'll give you all the details. It's not a shard, it's a playstyle. It's fun. It does require a little practice, though. For controlled burn lanes, they work really good, Jacob. Nothing wrong with them at all on the CB lanes. Alright, Mortal, take it easy. Thanks for swinging by. Yeah, they definitely work really good on controlled burn lanes. The problem is when you use that poison mod, you lower their overall DPS. Which is pretty stinky, you know? But they do work great on controlled burn. Give me my loot. Oh, nice salty grats. I've been just resetting. I want to get all my resets done before the update hits, so I'm assuming I probably have like a week and a half maybe. And I've got 15 more resets to do. So, I mean, that's not too bad, one per day, you know. No defender packs for me. What can you do? So do I want to try to knock out another one? This was just a test stream. Not one of my normal stream times. Oh wow, the PlayStation Network is still down. I just got a notification from them on my phone. Yeah, I'll go ahead and try to knock one more floor out real quick. What's going on there, Mizo? 21 more resets? Fair enough. I'm only going to 40. I'm not going to 50. I don't need to get my ascension caps up. Well, you are the only one then, Justin. Don't log out. It's probably their authentication servers, so don't log out. If you log out, you're not gonna be able to log back in. I'll keep that guy around, huh? There's that crit chance one. Keep that around as well. Nothing else any good. Nope. Alright, let's see what we got here. We got a free lane over here. Proximity is too strong. What do we got here? Okay, here we got headstrong, so I'm gonna put these PDTs, or put one of them anyway, in the lane to kind of work as a, not really, but sort of kind of maybe makeshift wall. Because nothing is going to get stunned, so they're just going to walk right through all this. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and go one more. Just to make sure I got it covered here. going on there, Sam? Every mod is like that, Ron. I don't like it. I personally think Trendy should change it. Every mod in the game is like that, though. The bar from 9 to 10 it like doubles the effectiveness of almost every mod. Crap, I got hex throwers here. Well, I'm gonna have to make sure they're dead before they come up. I don't want them throwing at the core from down here, yet they're going to. Actually, let me just see. Let me see how it goes here. If they start taking shots at the core, I'll have to sell something and put in a reflect beam. Oh, nice, Miso. Grats. I'll be there. It'll be about another week. I'll be at 999. Hopefully, I can get it done in the next week. We'll see. It's grindy, you know. Oh, it's like that with all of them, Ron. The scaling is ridiculous. The difference between a red 1 out of 10 and a green 8 out of 10 or 9 out of 10 is just very little. And with mods like Tenacity and Piercer Servo, you really feel it. Alright, I'm gonna have to jack this all up here, huh? Yeah, there's only 4 Frost Orcs. It's not that big of a deal. I'll wait for Kursakazi to be gone there. Come on, Kursakazi, I don't have patience for you. Go away. That's the worst part. I mean, Kursakazi is so easy to build around, but it's so irritating waiting for it to go away. There it is, finally. There's no good way, Jalen. It's all RNG. Doesn't matter where you're playing. You can be in campaign or Chaos 7. It's 100% all RNG. No way to improve it. It's a ridiculous grind. But on the same note, like I said earlier, you don't remember that the enemies, when we got mods added in, the enemies didn't scale upward. So there is no enemy scaling for mods. So everything that gets added to your defenses from a mod is free gravy on top. Oh, they're throwing from up here, huh? Sneaky, sneaky. I'm just going to have to park up here, I think. Malthus is going to one-shot my core. Let's get the pet on that one. I haven't gotten a full 10 out of 10 green mod in a lot. It's been at least 5 or 6 days. I've gotten like 8 out of 10s and 9 out of 10s, but I haven't gotten a max one in quite a while. Alright, I'm gonna have to change something here. See, this is actually not doing as bad as I thought it was going to, so I'm gonna get rid of that PDT and put a reflect here. Oh, I don't have to worry about the hex throwers. Now I just gotta wait out the Kursakazi, and it's got stacks still. Jeez. Terrible. Oh, no doubt about it, Ron. I agree. The curve is absurd. And Trendy seems very happy with where it's at, too. They seem to really like what's going on with it. What's going on, Pandy? How you doing? This is the wait for Kursakazi to expire stream. Alright, there it's gone. Yeah, it's great if you can get 10 out of 10 mods, but they're just so rare, you know? We don't know when the next update is. No word yet. Trendy doesn't give us info in advance like that. C8 amps only drop from Victory Chest there, Blitz. All the amps that you find on the ground and Onslaught are C7. Yeah, the Ranger, Sam, the Ranger will be in the game eventually. It's just a matter of when. It's another one of the gender swaps from DD1. But it'll definitely be here. Just a matter of, you know, when will they get to it. Well, nothing wrong with that. I got a 10 out of 10 anti-melee on my Flame Aura too, but I would like to have like 6 of them. I've gotten lots of 10 out of 10 drops, but I've also probably done 1,500 to 2,000 maps since the update hit. I mean, I've been grinding it hard. It depends on what they change there, David. We'll have to see what they do. I'm actually more anxious to see what they do with the Countess, to be honest with you. Oh wow, it went away quick that time. Must have only been 1. This one's got 8. This one's kind of a combo blitz. But yeah, it's basically I'm playing it as a last hit monk, although I don't have the gear for it. This is just a generic set of gear from player shops just to get me to Chaos 7. What's going on, Twinkie? Lucario, just have fun. I mean, you're just starting, you know, on the game, so just enjoy it. Remember, when you get to trials, or pardon me, when you get to expeditions, the game is all about what mobs you're fighting. What defense you use should be based off of what mobs you're fighting in that tier. That's about the biggest help I could offer you, or the biggest tip. Assassin again. But the game is completely designed around countering enemies. So if enemy A is present and you want to use defense A, and so on. You have to go all the way up through the tier, Blitz, but yeah, you can buy your way all the way to the top. You have to start off with Chaos 1. But you can buy a set of Chaos 1 gear, buy a set of Chaos 2 gear, buy a set of Chaos 3 gear, and so on and so on. And that'll get you all the way to Chaos 7 within a couple of minutes. There's going to be a long wait on this one. 8 stacks there. Got a Thorky Thork. Well, my Might as well just chillax and wait for it to go away here. Where you do the smart thing. The smart thing is, there you go, Holy Keys talking about it there. If it takes you 10 minutes though, Holy, you're going too slow. It's really, really slow. It's really fast, but you just get set of gear. You know, I've shown this a million times on stream, but you go, you get yourself a full set of Chaos 1 gear. You get yourself a full set of Chaos 2 gear. Chaos 3, Chaos 4, Chaos 5, Chaos 6. The Chaos 7 guy can actually get deleted. Because this is my Chaos 7 guy. And then don't do anything to the gear. Just leave it vanilla like it was on the ground. As you see here, I'm using terrible mods for my Nuke Monk, but I'm still able to complete the content. But, then trade all your gear over to a friend, go hit AP, then trade all that gear back, and bam, you're Chaos 7. It's a matter of minutes. Yeah, consoles have a bit of an advantage of being able to split screen it, so it doesn't require a friend. On PC, it requires either an alt account or a friend to help you out with it. I generally just use a friend. Alright, are they gone? Finally gone. Thank you very much. The gear doesn't get reset because you're not holding it, Blitz. You trade it to a friend. If you're on split screen on a console, that's the same as a different player. So it doesn't affect any of their gear, you know? That's a pretty good setup there, Luis. I would debate on whether or not to change that. I mean, that's a good setup. If it's been working for you, why change it? If you were going to change one of those, I would say take off the anti-melee. But, I mean, you have a nice setup. Smart placement beats tenacity. Tenacity is just for people who want to brute force it like I'm doing. Yeah, Ancient Power Reset right now, Blitz, takes 4 to 5 hours total. You got 5 minutes to swap gear around with a friend, and then 4 hours and 55 minutes to blast through those 10 floors. It's a very quick process currently. I mean, I'm doing 2 to 3 AP resets a day right now. Every day. Actually, I'm averaging 2. I have had a couple of days where I've done 3, but those days I felt like crap the next day because I didn't get any sleep. So I'm probably averaging 2. But yeah, it's super, super quick. It's just mind-numbing boring. That's what the sooner I'm done with Ancient Power, the happier I'll be. It's just extremely boring to do. I mean, grinding Onslaught floors can get a little boring, but not near as boring as doing Ancient Power resets. It's fun at first. Well, it actually is fun if you play through it. And you play through all the content, but nobody's going to do that. You know, you want to do the resets as quick as possible. Actually, with a long shot on there, I'm just going to put one way back here. Oh, man, more Kursakazi. It's all good there, Brent. I'm glad it helped you out, man. At least this is an easier Kursakazi lane, not many enemies to deal with. Alright, let's get this side over here done. What do we got? We got EMP zappers there, EMP stabbies here. So let's go like that. And like that. Sizerker Womps here. Actually, you know what? I should move one of these. Make it be a multi-purpose. Cover flyers and the ground. There we go. I like it. I mean, once I get done with Ancient Power, my goal will be to break 1,000, floor 1,000. It's just a matter of getting to that point, getting done with the AP thing, where I just don't have to mess with it anymore. It'll be a really, really nice feeling once that's all done with. And like I said, I'm not even going to go to 50. I'm filling my talent caps and calling it good. I'm not pushing up any further. I mean, eventually they'll make it worth it. The Terraria weapons it's more of a novelty. They're not the best weapon to use in any situation, really, with the exception of the Shadow Flame dagger. If you get the Shadow Flame knife for the Mystic and you have a really high quality mod on it, that's a super good piece. I got music going. It's turned down low. Is it too low? But there's without a doubt music playing. The whole respawn time and the defense build time, I won't get either of those. I'm surprised they even put those in. They seem like the most worthless AP abilities there are. I just don't understand why even bother with them unless you had free points. Get rid of crit damage and vampiric silence. Go with defense rate and deadly strikes and you'll be a much happier person. But deadly strikes over crit damage or vampiric, both of those are not the way to go. Every defense in the game, or defense rate, I mean, every defense in the game needs defense rate. Every one of them. If you don't have defense rate on it, you're missing out big time. So, destruction, defense rate, deadly strikes is 100% the way to go. Ignore crit damage. Kek Birkin, thanks again. I do appreciate it. And you have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Getting closer. I'll get me a video card yet. It's gonna happen, I swear. There we go. I didn't wait out the Kursakazi, but it looks like it was only one stack, so not a huge deal. Not enough to ruin my day. Gregory's gonna get wrecked over there before I even get there, I think. Oh, too far out of range. Woof. That stung a little. I had to on YouTube, Nagiri. Juice bags, believe it or not, was taken. Back when I started the YouTube channel. I could change it now and get rid of the mister, but It's been that way since the beginning, so I figured I would just leave it. But when I first started the channel, you couldn't have a duplicate name of someone else, where now you can. So yeah, it was taken and I had to add the Mr. in. Yeah, everywhere else it's just juice bags. Same thing with Twitter. Juice bags was taken on Twitter. So at Twitter it's juice bags gaming. So silly. There's probably close to like 10,000 hours, I would guess. Not that much. That's exaggerating. There's got to be 5,000 hours of DD2 content on my YouTube channel. It's a pretty ridiculous amount. Yep. Always start with those anyway, Silence. You can swap stuff out from there, but always start with destruction, defense rate, and deadly strikes. Then if you decide you don't need the range, you can pop deadly strikes out and put something else in it. You're always going to want to keep defense rate in there. What's going on there, Abdullah? How you doing? Go away, Kursakazi, go away. Yeah, I mean, you could. It depends on the defense. Like on a Flame R, I personally would take Deadly over Vamp all day. Completely different defenses, Oliver. You can't really compare those two. One of them's an AoE defense, and the other's a 3-target defense. So it's just not really comparable defenses. On Steam, I think it's like 6,000 there, Luis. On the main Steam account. I've got like 5 Steam accounts, though. The second... I've got a Steam account with like 6,000 and change, one with 1,000 and change, and then several with like a couple hundred, which were just doing playthroughs with as there were campaign changes or whatever. Then assuming I probably got like 1,000 hours on the PlayStation, and maybe 2 or 3 hours, or 200 or 300 on the Xbox, something like that. It's a bunch of hours. I mean, it's been 4 years, you know, 4+ years. No good stuffs for me. What can you do? No, DD2 was available on the PS4 for like 2 years before on the Xbox. It didn't become available on the Xbox until the game launched last summer. I don't know, Nagiri. I've put it's mainly older. There was a stretch for like 10 months or so where the PS4 was my main account. That's all I played was PS4. All the streams, videos, everything was all PS4. And then I got frustrated with the if you remember back that far, it was back when the PS4 was way behind the PC, like 6 months behind. I got frustrated that it was so far behind and just said to hell with it and stayed on the PC. Alright, Kursakazi gone. Where was it? I guess I could just look at the lane. Shows the icon right there. No, it's not gone yet. It's getting closer. But yeah, I played on the PS4 the day it launched for PS4. Not actual launch, early access launch. I enjoy playing games on consoles. It's, you know, all kicked back, not hunched up over a desk. I can't use a controller on the PC, but I can use it on a console. I don't understand that part, but... Oh, the assassin got me before I got my 4th hit off. Damn you. What do we got? We got a roller over there. Hex thrower here. Or no, it was Gribbs or something. Drops anywhere, silence. Just play with a EV in your deck, and that will increase your chances of getting it. It's pretty common. As long as you're playing as an EV, it drops all the time. He got his big old butt sticking out far enough yet? Alright. What's in the box? No good. That's actually... Wow, almost to the max on the main stat. Almost at the minimum on the substat. Terrible. Everybody called him on it last week when they were saying no. It's like, you guys might want to double check that. I mean, I very rarely play with a Lavamancer. Ooh, what is that? A wooden bow. I don't think I have one of those yet. It's not 4 per second, though. Thanks for the sub there, Nagiri. I appreciate it. Let's see, anything good? Come on, hotness, where you at? Gotta be something good here, right? Nope. I've got a pretty nice collection of upgraded stuff now. I'm missing that wooden bow, but I want to get a 4 per second one. EMP Zappy Zaps. I'm just gonna throw one of them down here because there's a solid chance nothing will even come out. EMP Stabbies here. We'll go with 2. Geohex Zerker Womps. That's pretty much a free lane. Oops. Psyfrost Whompers with proximity. Damn Frost Orcs, man. Oh! Let me just rinse my feet off here real quick. Let's see. Oop. Wrong place. I want to be up here. DD2 has an official Discord there, Jacob, yeah. It's the tavern aspect of it is pretty spammy. But the LFG channels and the help channels are very good. A lot of helpful folks there. Every game has a Discord. I mean, even like really little tiny games have Discord servers. What do we got? We got stabby stabs up top. No core here. One Skyguard will get the trick done there. I mean, I don't mind the chat spam in Tavern. I don't like how a lot of belittling of people goes on there. I don't like that aspect of it. That's why I stay away from it. I mean, you can contact me through the DD2 Discord, but I am very quiet there. I've never really seen you say anything that bad, Nagiri. Being chatty and spammy is one thing. It's when you're belittling people that just drives me nuts. I really wish Trendy would smack some of that down, but they won't. They're not running it, so they don't care, you know. I feel like, you know, I mean, you guys know what my opinion is on gaming. Whether you're a new player or an old player, everybody, if you're playing a game, the definition of the word play has got to mean having some fun, you know? And no matter if you're new or old, it shouldn't be about saying, I'm so much better than you, you suck, look at me. And there's just a whole lot of that, and not just the DD2 Discord, every Discord channel. And that just, I don't know, I'm an adult, I'm not a 10-year-old, you know, so it just, that kind of stuff drives me nuts. I just, firm believer in everybody having a good time. Can't we just all get along? I'll pull out the Rodney King on you. I feel like I missed something. But it doesn't seem like I did. Guess there's one way to find out. Hit the button. Hit the button, see what happens. I hate using two Skyguards down there, but my Skyguard setup is so weak right now. Yeah, it looks like I covered everything. Oh, we're all good. The wife's taking a nap right now. She's got to work tonight. Friday, Saturday night, she's got to work the graveyard shift. She doesn't go into work till 10 p.m. Gets off at 6 a.m. And the kid's about to head off for Japan. He's due for another Japan deployment. He doesn't like it that much in Japan. I figured he would like it more than he did, but he said it's very restrictive what they're allowed to do off a base. So he gets bored there really quick. This is not those Skyguard silence. Like I said, I'm in the middle of Ancient Power resets, so I'm not using optimal setups because I don't want to re-level all my gear again. So I'm using just whatever I find. So I'm not using the setup that was in the video. Every item. I've gone through it a bunch of times. The look LFG is good there too, Justin. You can meet a lot of people there. I mean, it's got plenty of players that are using it, you know. But yeah, my Skyguard setup is campaign level right now. So I'm using a POS relic with mixed mods that I just picked up from the shop, you know. It costs too much to level all that stuff back up. I'm only going to do it once. So, I mean, I'm going to go through and level all my stuff back up that I got all modded and squared away. But it's an enormous crafting material cost. Take forever to get all that stuff. I mean, I buy the stuff every time I see it on sale, just because I know I'm going to need so much of it. Nice. Congrats there, William. A little luck never hurts, you know. Hell, I've opened 20 shard packs before and not gotten a single one of what I wanted. I've had really bad luck with shard packs. I bet I've spent, I don't know, somewhere between 50 and 100,000 defender medals on shard packs since they've been a thing. And I've just had bad luck. Alright, what do we got? Where are you at, new enemies? I didn't see it. Gotta be over here. Yep, it's right in the middle here. Game Ogre. That's why I didn't see it. My good ones are all max. They're silent. So it's 50... I don't remember what the max stat is. 51,900 or 52,000, something like that. At Chaos 7. Chaos 8, there's 69k. They wreck it. Yeah, that's awesome, William. I mean, like I said, a little luck never hurts. I've seen a guy get 4 defense rate shards out of 1 shard pack before. And he, like, the second it happened, he sent me a screenshot, so I know it wasn't photoshopped or whatever, you know. Either that or he's got some lightning fast Photoshop skills, one of the two. That's why I keep looking at all these relics so close, because at any moment I could be getting an upgrade, you know, versus what I've got, or versus what I'm using. I've got all my good stuff stored away. 4 out of 5 power transfer. It feels so dirty, dusting power transfer shards now, doesn't it? But I've been dusting all of them. I've got so many. I gilded 3 of them just because I didn't want to get rid of them, just to keep them to free up the inventory space. No, Blitz. You're not coming up here right now. Yeah, but now every time I see a power transfer, I just insta get rid of it. Alright, come on, Flyers. Are you all gonna die over there? Waiting on stuck mobs is the worst. Oh, he's coming, Twinkie. I'm trying to avoid eye contact right now just so he doesn't jump on me. Psyhex Zerker Throwers. Good enough. Now it resets everything. Blaga. Everything you got. In the vault, in the scavenger, everything gets pulled off of your marketplace and gets reset. There's no getting around it. The getting around it is you keep a set of gear for doing AP resets and trade it to a friend prior to hitting AP. And then have them trade all that gear back to you. That's the workaround. Or if you have a massive amount of crafting materials, you can re-upgrade your stuff. Pretty easy system though, you know. Let's see, where are these guys at? We got a double. See if I can kill two at one swing. Actually, one's going to be dead already. So yeah, it wasn't an option. Yeah, I wasn't using any exploits, so it's not something I do. I don't ever use exploits. I mean, the closest I've come to using an exploit is these weapon manufacturers right now, but they're working exactly how they're intended, so it's not an exploit. It's just overpowered as all hell. But you can do it legit. Just have a set of Chaos 1 gear, Chaos 2 gear, Chaos 3 gear, and it's 100% legit. I mean, they may end up adding something to change that in the future, but right now, as it stands, that is the legit fast way to do it. Just fill your deck with the original 4 heroes there, Fishy. You want a Squire, a Monk, an Apprentice, and a Huntress. You want them all. So have one of each of those in your deck and go through the campaign in adventure mode. And that'll give you kind of the basic understanding of the game from there. Just make sure your hero deck is full. Alright, there's some Frost Orcs. Here I thought we were getting off the hook easy. Then I mean, obviously you're building the maps wrong. I mean, you got to put your walls where they're not going to get thrown at, or don't use walls, or use, like Nagiri mentioned, put reflect beams in front of them, you know? I mean, if you throw a wall right here on a hex thrower lane, you can count on that wall getting destroyed. I mean, you don't even need to put reflect beams on your cores. If you place walls, like in this situation, don't put a wall, like say this was a hex thrower lane, you wouldn't put a wall right here. You'd put a wall back over here. Or hide it somewhere. You know, like in this lane. You know, if you put the wall right here, it's going to get nailed. If you put it back around the corner, then they've got line of sight. And then a bunch of flame auras or whatever right here, well, the enemies would have to walk up to get in range of the wall, and then the stuff will kill them. It's just, hex throwers have really long range. You just have to be ready for them, really. But if you plan ahead, they're pretty easy to deal with. Where are all these ogres at? Nothing good. Dang it. Gonna have a million stuck flyers again. Exclamation WM in chat there for weapon mans. There's silence. If you're talking about your weapon itself, use whatever, you know. Drenching Strikes is a good one that I always use that's available real early game. Ah, there's no assassins left. It's just those stuck mobs, huh? Here comes one. Come on out, little homie. Yep. They're stuck way down in here. There we go. Oh, nope, two more. Where are they at? They're up top there. Gonna have to wait those ones out. Pumpkinator. I hope they make those C8 shards available again. I don't use them now because they're not available to everyone. There's another one. It's the second one of those I've gotten today. That's been 8 out of 10. Only green mods I'm finding all day are ones I don't need or want. That's disappointing. Anyway, everybody, that is going to do it for today. It was just a shorty. I want to check these new stream settings, and I'm going to go back and watch the stream and look at the video quality and see what I think in comparison to my old setup. So thank you all very much for swinging by. Like I said, a little unexpected ninja stream after the stream. But I got to get my stream settings dialed in as I just got something funky going on with my system right now. But thank you all an absolute ton for coming by. I really do appreciate it. And I'll have another, don't know what it's going to be about yet, but I'll have another DD2 video up at 6 a.m. Pacific time tomorrow morning. So thanks a ton all. See you next time.